The command cracked through the refined hush of the first-class cabin. "Ma'am, you need to leave this aircraft immediately. Security, we have an unauthorized person refusing to exit the plane." Captain Serafina Williams froze mid-stride, her 4 gold pilot stripes catching the light like tiny suns. She had been walking toward the cockpit when a flight attendant stepped into her path, beverage cart blocking the narrow aisle. "Excuse me?" Serafina's voice was steady, low. The attendant's name tag read Brittany Monroe. She tilted her chin with theatrical disdain. "This is a restricted area. You can't just wander around in costume." Gasps rippled through the cabin. Passengers craned their necks, curiosity mixing with judgment. A teenager in seat 2, slipped out his phone, camera raised, already whispering to an unseen live-stream audience. Serafina glanced down at her uniform. 23 years of aviation, thousands of flight hours, an MBA from Harvard, and now she was accused of play acting in the very uniform she had earned. "I'm Captain Williams, scheduled to pilot this flight," she said, presenting her credentials. Brittany gave the card no more than a flick of her eyes. "Nice fake. Bought online, I bet. This isn't Comic-Con." Passengers murmured. The businessman in 1C lowered his newspaper. "She's clearly in uniform. Maybe you should." "Sir, let us handle this," Brittany snapped, performing for the cabin like a stage actress. "People will do anything for attention these days." Serafina's phone buzzed. "Board meeting at 3. New discrimination policy draft ready for review." The irony stung. She was living the very bias those policies were meant to address. "Real pilots don't look like you," Brittany added. Her smile was razor-thin. "Housekeeping suits you better." Silence crashed down. The livestream count ticked upward. Comments flashed across the teen screen. "This is racist." "Screenshot this." "Share it now." Overhead, the intercom crackled. "This is your captain speaking." Brief delay. "Thank you for your patience." It was her co-pilot, Tom Thompson. Proof she belonged in that cockpit. "There," Brittany said smugly, gesturing at the speaker. "That's the real pilot. Male. Professional." Serafina's jaw tightened. She spoke evenly. "Brittany, move aside. Security's already on its way," the attendant replied. Within moments, Gate Supervisor Derek Martinez appeared with 2 airport officers. "Report." Brittany straightened. "Impersonator, refusing to exit." The supervisor's eyes flickered over Serafina, her captain's case, her bearing. Doubt showed briefly, but authority required a decision. "Ma'am, you need to come with us." Live streams multiplied. Not just one teenager anymore. Half the cabin now recording from multiple angles. A woman in 3, whispered to her TikTok viewers, "This is insane." Then Paula Monroe, station manager, stormed aboard. Her verdict was swift. "Even if you are a pilot, you're clearly not our pilot. Skywing has standards." The word landed like a slap. "Standards? Whose standards?" The businessman in 1C snapped his paper shut. "Unbelievable," he muttered. From the cockpit door came Thompson's confused voice. "Where's Captain Williams?" Silence. "That is Captain Williams," Thompson said firmly, pointing toward her. "We've flown together for months." Brittany paled. Paula faltered, but quickly shifted. If she's really a pilot, why stir up all this drama instead of showing proper ID from the start? The tactic was familiar. Flip victim to aggressor. Serafina considered pulling her trump card then. The black titanium executive card tucked in her pocket. Proof she wasn't just a pilot, but Skywing's controlling shareholder. But she hesitated. Most people confronting this kind of bias didn't have the power to end it with a single flourish. "Before you remove me," she said to the officers, "I'd like to make a phone call." From the terminal, Derek ordered no. "Right here." She dialed. "James, it's Serafina. Ground all Skywing operations immediately. Authorization 77, Alpha 9. The call lasted under a minute. She slipped her phone away. For 30 long seconds, nothing happened. Paula smirked. Brittany folded her arms triumphantly. Then the departure boards flickered. Flight 447, canceled. Seconds later, every Skywing flight on the board showed the same word, suspended. "What the hell?" Derek muttered, fumbling for his radio. "Control status?" All Skywing flights grounded by executive order, the radio crackled. We're trying to reach management. No one's answering. The color drained from Paula's face. Brittany staggered back. Live streams surged, thousands watching in real time. Serafina finally withdrew the black titanium card, turning it so the holographic emblem glowed under the lights. Her voice was calm, almost too calm. My name is Serafina Williams. I'm not just your pilot. She paused, eyes sweeping the stunned cabin. I own Skywing Airlines. The silence was total. Even the hum of the aircraft seemed to fade. Passengers leaned forward, phones trembling in their hands, recording every word. And in that suspended moment, before explanations, before fallout, before the inevitable reckoning, everyone aboard understood that the balance of power had just shifted. The next move, however, remained hers. Ma'am, are you saying you're the majority stockholder and CEO of Skywing Airlines? Officer Rodriguez asked. Yes, Serafina replied calmly. I acquired controlling shares 18 months ago. I've been flying routes myself to understand operations. She displayed her tablet. Zara Williams, Chief Executive Officer, Skywing Airlines Incorporated. The businessman in 1C burst out laughing. You tried to kick the owner off her own plane. Passengers murmured in disbelief. Malik's live stream exploded past 4,000 viewers. The hashtag Skywing owner already trending. But Serafina wasn't finished. Brittany, you said Skywing has standards. You're right, we do. She pulled up a board presentation. Federal Regulation 121.391 makes airlines liable for employee discrimination. Case law puts damages at up to $200 million. Today's incident alone will cost us $2.8 million in lost bookings within 48 hours. The cabin fell silent. Paula, the station manager, tried to speak. Miss Williams, I'm sure we can. I'm not finished, Serafina cut her off. Skywing serves 2.3 million passengers monthly, generating nearly $850 million quarterly. Our mission statement promises dignity and respect. Our handbook forbids discrimination by race, gender, or appearance, signed by me. Yet here we are. Brittany's eyes filled with tears. Paula went pale. Derek's radio crackled. Corporate confirms. CEO Williams has grounded operations. Moments later, 3 figures in sharp suits entered. James Martinez, CFO, along with legal and HR directors. Zara, are you all right? James asked. I'm fine, she replied. But we have a situation. The legal counsel, Sarah, spoke firmly. Under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, employers are liable for discriminatory acts by staff. The average settlement last year was $23.7 million. Paula sank into her seat. This footage, Serafina declared, nodding at Malik's phone, will be used in training. Your words and actions will become examples of what not to do. Passengers gaped as corporate staff documented every detail. Then Serafina pulled out her phone. Execute Operation Restart. All flights resume. Almost instantly, departure boards updated. Flight 447 flashed, boarding resumed. The live stream ended, but the video was destined for millions of views. As passengers reboard, Serafina turned to Captain Thompson. Ready to fly to Chicago? More than ready. He grinned. The businessman in 1C stopped her. Ma'am, what you did was remarkable. Serafina offered a quiet smile. I did what anyone with power should do. Use it responsibly. At the cockpit door, she looked back. Order had returned, but the lesson would ripple far beyond this cabin. The flight to Chicago would leave on time, and the airline would never be the same.